Tinubu's inaugural speech. Below is the inaugural speech of President Bola Tinubu on Monday that was delivered at Eagle Square in Abuja. The oath of office was administered by the Chief Justice of Nigeria, Kayode Ariwoola. My fellow citizens, I stand up before you honored to assume the sacred mandate you have given me. My love for this nation is abiding. My confidence is in its people unwavering, and my faith in God Almighty absolute. I know that His hand shall provide the needed moral strength and clarity of purpose in those instances when we seem to have reached the limits of our human capacity. This day is bold and majestic, yet bright and full of spirit, as is our precious nation. As a nation, we have long ago decided to march beyond the dimness of night into the open day of renewed national hope. The question we now ask ourselves is whether to remain faithful to the work inherent in building a better society or retreat into the shadows of our unmet potential. For me, there is but one answer. We are too great a nation and too grounded as a people to rob ourselves of our finest destiny. This nation's journey has been shaped by the prayers of millions and the collective sacrifices of us all. We have endured hardships that would have made other societies crumble, yet we have shouldered the heavy burden to arrive at this sublime moment where the prospect of a better future merges with our improved capacity to create that future. To the surprise of many, but not to ourselves, we have more firmly established this land as a democracy in both word and deed. The peaceful transition from one government to another is now our political tradition. This handover symbolizes our trust in God, our enduring faith in representative governance, and our belief in our ability to reshape this nation into the society it has always meant to be. Here, permit me to say a few words to my predecessor, President Muhammadu Buhari. Mr. President, you have been an honest, patriotic leader who has done his best for the nation you love. On a more personal note, you're a worthy partner and friend. May history be kind to you. For many years, Nigeria's critics have trafficked the rumor that our nation will break apart, even perish. Yet here we are. We have stumbled at times, but our resilience and diversity have kept us going. Our bodies may make us bend at times, but they shall never break us. Instead, we stand forth as Africa's most populous nation and as the best hope and strongest champion of the black race. As citizens, we declare as one unified people, devoted to one unified national cause, that as long as this world exists, Nigeria shall exist. Today, faith and destiny join together to place the torch of human progress in our very hands. We dare not let it slip. We lift high this torch so that it might shine on every household and in every heart that calls itself Nigerian. We hold this beam aloft because it lights our path with compassion, brotherhood, and peace. May this great light never extinguish. Our administration shall govern on your behalf but never rule over you. We shall consult and dialogue but never dictate. We shall reach out to all but never put down a single person for holding views contrary to our own. We are here to further mend and heal this nation, not tear and injure it. This vein, may I offer a few comments regarding the election that brought us to this juncture. It was a hard-fought contest, and it was also fairly won. Since the advent of the Fourth Republic, Nigeria has not held an election of better quality. The outcome reflected the will of the people. However, my victory does not render me any more Nigerian than my opponents, nor does it render them any less patriotic. They shall forever be my fellow compatriots, and I will treat them as such. They represent important constituencies and concerns that wisdom dare not ignore. They have taken their concerns to court. Seeking legal redress is their right, and I fully defend the exercise of this right. This is the essence of the rule of law. Over 6 decades ago, our founding fathers gave bravely of themselves to place Nigeria on the map as an independent nation. We must never allow the labor of those who came before us to wither in vain, but to blossom and bring forth a better reality. Let us take the next great step in the journey they began and believed in. Today, let us recommit our very selves to placing Nigeria in our hearts as the indispensable home for each and every one of us, regardless of creed, ethnicity, or place of birth. My supporters, I thank you. To those who voted otherwise, I extend my hand across the political divide. I ask you to grasp it in national affinity and brotherhood. For me, political coloration has faded away. All I see are Nigerians. May we uphold these fitting and excellent notions as the new Nigerian ideal. My fellow compatriots, the Nigerian ideal which I speak of is more than just an improvement in economics and other statistics. These things are important, but they can never convey the fullness of our story. Our mission is to improve our way of life in a manner that nurtures our humanity, encourages compassion towards one another, and duly rewards our collective effort to resolve the social ills that seek to divide us. Our constitution and laws give us a nation. On paper, we must work harder at bringing this noble document to life by strengthening the bonds of economic collaboration, social cohesion, and cultural understanding. Let us develop a shared sense of fairness and equity. The South must not only see good for itself, but must understand that its interests are served when good comes to the North. The North must see the South likewise. Whether from the winding creeks of the Niger Delta, the vastness of the northern savannah, the broad rooms of Lagos, the buzzing capital of Abuja, or the busy market of Onitsha, you are all my people. As a president, I shall serve with prejudice towards none, but compassion and enmity towards all. In coming days and weeks, my team will publicly detail key aspects of our program. Today, permit me to outline in broad terms a few initiatives that define our concept of progressive good governance in furtherance of the Nigerian ideal. Principles that will guide our administration are simple. Number 1, Nigeria will impartially govern according to the Constitution and the rule of law. Number 2, we shall defend our nation from terror and all forms of criminality that threaten the peace and stability of our country and our sub-region. 3, we shall remodel our economy to bring about growth and development through job creation, food security, and an end of extreme pure poverty. In our administration, women and youth will feature prominently. Our government will continue to take proactive steps such as championing a credit culture to discourage corruption while strengthening the effectiveness and efficiency of the various anti-corruption agencies. Security shall be top priority of administration because neither prosperity nor justice can prevail amidst insecurity and violence. To effectively tackle these menaces, we shall reform both our security doctrine and its architecture. We shall invest more in our security personnel, and this means more than an increase in number. We shall provide better training, equipment, pay, and firepower. On the economy, we tie the higher GDP growth and significantly reduce unemployment. We tend to accomplish this by taking the following steps. First, budgetary reform stimulation the economy without endangering inflation with the instituted. Second, industrial policy will utilize the full range of fiscal measures to promote domestic manufacturing and lessen import dependency. Third, electricity will become more accessible and affordable to business and homes alike. Power generation should nearly double and transmission and distribution networks improved. We encourage states to develop local sources as well. I have a message for our investors, local and foreign. Our government shall review all their complaints about multiple taxation and various anti-investment inhibitions. We shall ensure that investors and foreign businesses repatriate their hard-earned dividends and profits home. For jobs, my administration must create meaningful opportunities for our youth. They continue a campaign commitment of 1 million new jobs in the digital economy. Government also shall work with the National Assembly to fashion an omnibus jobs and prosperity bill. This bill will give administration the policy space to embark on labor-intensive infrastructural improvements, encourage our industry, and provide improved social services for the poor, elderly, and vulnerable. Agriculture. Rural incomes shall be secured by commodity exchange boards, guaranteeing minimal prices for certain crops and animal products. A nationwide program for storage and other facilities to reduce spoilage and waste will be undertaken. Agricultural hubs will be created throughout the nation to increase production and engage in value-added processing. The livestock sector will be introduced to the best modern practices and steps taken to minimize the perennial conflicts over land and water resources in this sector. Through these actions, food shall be made more abundant yet less costly. Farmers can earn more while the average Nigerian pays less. Infrastructure. We shall continue the efforts of the Buhari administration on infrastructure. Program towards national networks of roads, rail, and ports shall get priority attention. Fuel subsidy. We commend the decision of the outgoing administration in phasing out the petrol subsidy regime, which has increasingly favored the rich more than the poor. Subsidy can no longer justify its ever-increasing cost in the wake of drying resources. We shall instead rechannel the funds into better investment in public infrastructure, education, healthcare, and jobs that will naturally or materially improve the lives of millions. Monetary policy. Monetary policy needs thorough house cleaning. The central bank must work towards a unified exchange rate. This will direct funds away from arbitrage into meaningful investments in the plants, equipment, and jobs that power the real economy. Interest rates need to be reduced to increase investments and consumer purchasing in ways that sustain the economy at a higher level. Whatever merit it had in concept, the currency swap was too aptly applied by the CBN given the number of unbanked Nigerians. The policy shall be reviewed. In the meantime, administration will treat both currencies as legal tender. Foreign policy. Given the world in which we reside, please permit a few comments regarding foreign policy. The crisis in Sudan and the turn from democracy by several nations in our immediate neighborhood are of pressing concern. As such, my primary foreign policy objective must be the peace and stability of the West African sub-region and the African continent. We shall work with ECOWAS, the African Union AU, and the willing partners in the international community to end external conflicts, and to resolve new ones. As we contain threats to peace, we shall also retool our foreign policy to more actively lead the regional and continental quest for collective prosperity. Conclusion. This is the proudest day of my life, but this day does not belong to me. It belongs to you, the people of Nigeria. On this day, Nigeria affirms its rightful place among the world's great democracies. There, Nigeria shall reside forever. The cause of our past and the promise of the future have brought us this exceptional moment. In this spirit, I ask you to join me in making Nigeria a more perfect nation, and that democracy is such that the Nigerian ideal becomes and forever remains the Nigerian reality. With full confidence in ability, I declare that these things are within our proximate reach because my name is Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and I am the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. May God bless you, and may He bless our beloved land. Amen.